Hello again everyone. In this video we're going to talk about chapter 2.7 Price Elasticity of Supply. This is the syllable that we will cover today, and now let's start with the meaning of price elasticity of supply. Price elasticity of supply measures how responsive quantity supplied is to a change in price. It shows whether producers can easily increase or decrease supply when prices change. Price elasticity of supply is calculated by dividing the percentage change in quantity supplied by the percentage change in price. The formula helps economists measure how strongly producers respond to price changes. If price elasticity of supply is greater than 1, supply is elastic, meaning quantity supplied changes by a large percentage than price. If price elasticity of supply is less than 1, supply is inelastic, meaning quantity supply change less than price. When price elasticity of supply equals 1, supply is unitary elastic, because quantity supply changes by the same percentage as price. Perfectly inelastic supply has a price elasticity of supply of 0, while perfectly elastic supply has an infinite price elasticity of supply value. Now let's talk about price elastic supply. Price elastic supply happens when quantity supply changes more than proportionately compared to the change in price. This usually happens when firms can increase production quickly and easily. Manufactured products like t-shirts and bottled drinks are often price elastic because factories can produce more units in a short period of time. For example, if the price of bottled water rises, firms can quickly increase production to earn more revenue. This diagram shows price elastic supply. The supply curve is relatively flat, which means producers are highly responsive to price changes. In the diagram, price increases from P to P1, while quantity supply increases significantly from Q to Q1. For example, imagine the price of bottled water rises from $2 to $4 per bottle. Because production is easy and fast, quantity supply may increase from 1,000 bottles to 3,000 bottles. This large increase in quantity supply compared to the change in price shows that supply is price elastic. Firms can quickly respond to higher prices by supplying more goods to the market. Price inelastic supply happens when quantity supply changes less than proportionately compared to the change in price. This usually occurs when production takes a long time or resources are limited. Products like houses and agriculture goods are often price inelastic because firms cannot increase production quickly. For example, farmers cannot suddenly produce more wheat immediately after prices rise because crops take time to grow. This diagram shows price inelastic supply. The supply curve is relatively steep, which means producers are less responsive to price changes. In the diagram, price increases from P to P1, while quantity supplied only increases slightly from Q to Q1. For example, imagine the price of wheat rises from $3 to $5 per kilogram. Because crops take time to grow, quantity supply may only increase from 1,000 tons to 1,200 tons. The small increase in quantity supplied compared to the change in price shows that supply is price inelastic. Producers cannot quickly respond to change in market price. Unitary elastic supply happens when the percentage change in quantity supply is exactly equal to the percentage change in price. In this case, price elasticity of supply equals 1. Firms are able to increase production at the same rate as price changes. Products like bread, notebooks, and paper cups may sometimes have unitary elastic supply because production can be adjusted steadily. This means supply responds proportionately to change in market price. This diagram shows unitary elastic supply. In the diagram, price increases from P to P1, while quantity supplied also increases proportionately from Q to Q1. For example, imagine the price of bread rises from $2 to $3 per loaf, which is a 50% increase. Quantity supplied also rises from 2,000 loaves to 3,000 loaves, which also a 50% increase. Since both percentage changes are equal, supply is unitary elastic. Producers are able to respond steadily and proportionately to change in market price. Perfectly elastic supply happens when quantity supply changes without any change in price. Producers are willing to supply any quantity at one specific price, but if price changes, supply may disappear completely. Digital products such as ebooks and mobile applications are often examples of highly elastic supply, because they can be reproduced instantly at very low cost. For example, an online subscription service can provide thousands of extra downloads without significantly increasing production costs. This diagram shows perfectly elastic supply. The horizontal supply curve means quantity supply can change without any change in price. In the diagram, price remains constant at P, while quantity supply increases from Q to Q1. For example, imagine an online music platform keeps its subscription price fixed at $10 per month. Even if the number of subscriptions rises from 5,000 users to 50,000 users, the price remains the same. This shows perfectly elastic supply because firms can supply significantly more output without increasing prices. Perfectly inelastic supply happens when quantity supplied remains completely unchanged, even if price changes. Supply is fixed and producers cannot increase output. Concert tickets are a good example because the number of seats at an event is limited. Rare artwork and Bitcoin are also examples because their supply is restricted. Even if prices rise significantly, quantity supplied stays exactly the same. This diagram shows perfectly inelastic supply. The vertical supply curve means quantity supply doesn't change even when price changes. In the diagram, price increases from P to P1, but quantity supply remains fixed at Q. For example, imagine there are only 5,000 concert tickets available for a music event. Even if ticket prices rise from $50 to $150, the number of tickets supplied stays exactly the same. This shows perfectly inelastic supply because producers cannot increase output regardless of price changes. Now let's move on the determinants of price elasticity of supply and the factors that influence whether supply is elastic or inelastic. The first one is time taken to produce. Products that can be produced quickly usually have elastic supply because firms can easily increase output when prices rise. Products like t-shirts, pencils, and bottled drinks are examples because factories can manufacture them rapidly. On the other hand, products that take a long time to produce usually have inelastic supply. Aircraft, ships, and houses require significant time and resources, so firms cannot quickly increase supply even when prices rise. When the cost of altering supply is low, supply is usually elastic because firms can increase production more easily. Products like digital goods, printed books, and stationery can often be supplied at relatively low additional cost. However, when changing production is expensive, supply tends to be inelastic. Oil production, car factories, and heavy industries require expensive machinery and investment, making it difficult for firms to respond quickly to price changes. Firms with high spare capacity usually have elastic supply because they can increase production quickly without major new investment. Large factories and online businesses often have extra capacity that allows them to respond rapidly to rising prices. On the other hand, firms with little or no spare capacity usually have inelastic supply. Small factories and busy restaurants may already be operating at full capacity, making it difficult to increase output quickly, as you see in the picture. Ability to store products. Goods that can be stored for a long time usually have elastic supply because firms can release stored products into the market when prices rise. Products like canned food, books, and clothes can be stored easily and supplied quickly. However, perishable products usually have inelastic supply because they cannot be stored for long periods. Fresh meat, fish, and fruits spoil quickly, so firms cannot easily increase supply when market prices rise. Time period involved. In the short run, supply is usually inelastic because firms need time to adjust production and resources. Industries like farming, housing, and oil production cannot quickly increase output immediately after a price rise. In the long run, supply becomes more elastic because firms have more time to expand production, hire workers, and invest in machinery. Manufacturing and clothing industries are often more elastic in the long run because businesses can gradually increase output over time. Although this is not directly listed in the syllabus, understanding these decision-making effects can help you apply price elasticity of supply more effectively in real-world situations and also in your exam. For consumers, elastic supply is beneficial because firms can respond quickly to increases in demand, helping products remain available in the market. It can also help maintain stable prices by preventing shortages. For firms and producers, understanding price elasticity of supply helps businesses increase profits by responding quickly to market changes. Firms may invest in better storage facilities, technology, and production methods to improve supply responsiveness. For governments, price elasticity of supply is important when making economic policies. Governments may provide subsidies to firms, reduce restrictions, or improve infrastructure so businesses can increase supply more efficiently and support economic growth. I hope it was helpful and see you in the next video.